Hey, what's going on, guys? It's MaxMax24, and it is Tuesday, which means it's time for another Tuesday Talks. For bringing that up, please always number 2, drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that jazz, all the fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I upload most on Twitter, sometimes on Facebook, barely ever on Instagram. Follow me in all those places, subscribe to me here, and with that, let's talk about this week's topic. So for those of you who don't remember, last year, like the middle of last year, I did a video called My Gaming Childhood, where I talked about the games that I grew up playing, the games that I loved, the games that I adored, the consoles I played, how I got into gaming and stuff. Well, it ended with the 360. That is where they ended off, because then we entered my teenage years. Now, my teen years, they were different, but also vitally important to me as a gamer, and why I'm a gamer and stuff. So we're going to talk about my gaming teenage years now, okay? First, it was childhood, and childhood is like 12, 11 down, and now it's teenage years, which is like 13 to 19, okay? I'm 20, I'm going to be 21 soon, so I'm no longer a teenager. I'm going to be an adult, and I'm going to feel old, and it's just going to be... I can't handle this stress. Okay, I'm going to be old. I'm going to have to get a mortgage. I'm going to have to figure out how to pay bills. I just can't. Okay? I just can't. You can't even. But we're not going to focus on that right now. No, we're going to talk about me as a teenager. What games I played as a teenager and what I did as a teenager. All right? No, we're going to talk about the video games, not everything I did as a teenager, though. My teenage life was kind of boring. It was not like those movies. Okay, it was not like all those TV shows, not like those movies, not like anything. No, I just sat and played video games. That's what I did. So it all started. I was a teenager in like 2012, 2013, I think, if I did the math correctly. I think that was, yeah, because 2012 I would have been 13, I believe, because 2020 I'm turning 21, so like that's how math works, I believe. So I was like, it was 2012. The young Max, he was growing up, and we were on the eve, well, a year off from a new console generation. A new freaking console generation? I mean, those are the best times. We're on the eve of another new console generation now. So that was just, they're so exciting. They're unknown. You don't know what's going to happen. And we did not know what was going to happen. We did not know where it was going. But in 2012, I was still rocking that 360. Okay, still playing that 360 a bunch. Okay, still playing that Minecraft. Still playing that Doritos Crash Course. Still having a great freaking time on my 360. But I was also playing a lot of Nintendo 3DS. I picked up the Nintendo 3DS in 2011. So like a year prior to me being a teenager. And I don't have a lot of games on my 3DS, but the games I do have on my 3DS, I played a lot of. Animal Crossing New Leaf, Pokemon X, Smash Bros, and Tomodachi Life. Those are literally the only games that I have on my 3DS, and those are the games that I played a lot of on my 3DS. Okay, I would bring my 3DS to school, sit in the back, and play some freaking Smash. When Smash Bros came out, that was the best, okay? Study Hall was just Smash Bros. It was just Smash Bros. Constant Smash Bros. Tomodachi Life, me and one of my best buddies at the time, we would sit there and play Tomodachi Life a bunch together. I mean, you couldn't really play them together, but we would play next to each other and have our own little... For those of you who don't know, Tomodachi Life is kind of like a Sims, but with like Miis, and it's really weird because it's Nintendo, so, it's Nintendo. But it was a great time. Tomodachi Life was so much fun. Animal Crossing New Leaf, I spent countless hours in that. I even, I was grinding money. I then sort of gave up, and now when I go back home, my villagers hate me, so... but now there's a new Animal Crossing coming out shortly. So, start the trend again, I guess. Okay, get back into the Animal Crossing and get destroyed. And then Pokemon X, I played through Pokemon X and then I stopped. That's the thing. A lot of people, they play Pokemon for a lot, but I beat the champion, I then stopped, and I got really behind on Pokemon games. I got behind on most 3DS games. I did not really get into the 3DS. Okay, I bought a 3DS. I liked my 3DS. Did not like the 3D aspect of the 3DS, but I liked my 3DS, but I did not get into the games as much as some people did. Okay, I had 4 games, 3 of which were physical, 1 of which was digital. Tomodachi Life was digital. I bought it on a vacation. What came out, I downloaded the demo. We were on a vacation for my sisters do some like Irish dance things. They go to competitions that they compete in Irish dance and they win a lot. So like that was my weekends most of my life. Okay, vacations, which was not a bad thing. I got to go to a lot of places, but then I would go to those same places every single year, and then I would have to sit and watch dance so much, and dance gets boring once you've seen it 20 million times. But Tomodachi Life came out, and I downloaded the demo on my 3DS. and I absolutely loved the demo. Okay, I was having a great time, and so then I convinced my dad to let me buy the digital version. It was like $30, I think, $20-$30, and then I downloaded it, and I think we were on a plane that time. So on the plane, I was just making me's and having them, get married and stuff, and then it was great. And then Smash Bros. I got from one of my friends. He bought it, and then I bought it from him. So he bought 2 copies. I bought 1 copy from him, and it was the 3DS. I did have fun with what I did on it, but I did not get really big into it. It was pretty much only Tomodachi and Smash Bros. That I played constantly. I played them constantly in class. Okay, I mean, I paid attention in class. Okay, I sat there and I paid attention, and I studied and I took notes, Mom and Dad. My high school was not filled with Smash Bros. And Tomodachi Life. Nope. No, we didn't do that. We did studying and tests and homework. We no Smash Bros. No Smash Bros. Smash Bros. Was reserved for home, and even then, I would study and read constantly. So Smash Bros. Was like a once in a. Okay, Mom and Dad, it was. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you had to find out with this, but study hall, I didn't actually study. I played Smash Bros. And on my laptop. I didn't study. I'm sorry. But I played with the 3DS for a little bit, and then in 2013, the new freaking console generation came. It hit like a freight train, okay? It was awesome. I got an Xbox One, the original Xbox One, giant, big, bulky Xbox One, that Christmas, and I fell in love. Okay, I got Minecraft, Halo the Master Chief Collection, Rise Son of Rome. I played through Rise Son of Rome. That was a great time. Okay, it was a great playthrough once and done. I want a sequel to it, but I don't think we're gonna get a sequel to it. But a man can dream. Minecraft, I didn't play as much of it on the Xbox One as we did on the 360. We did play a lot of it on the Xbox One, but mostly on the 360. But the saves and stuff carried over to the Xbox One, which was pretty cool. So we played on the Xbox One. We played a lot of Minecraft. Halo the Master Chief Collection, I mean, it was all the Halos, okay? It was all the Halos, and you got beta access to Halo 5, I believe. So, and of course, I bought Halo 5. Okay, I like Halo, the story. I don't really play the multiplayer. I don't really know many people who actually play the multiplayer a lot. They mostly play the story, and then they stop. The multiplayer is just not as... It's not as popular as, like, Call of Duty multiplayer, which I did have Call of Duty on my Xbox One also. Call of Duty Ghosts. Call of Duty Ghosts, and Black Ops 3 eventually, but then my neighbor borrowed it, and then I haven't seen it since. So you know who you are, neighbor. You know who you are. And also Call of Duty Black Ops 4, the most recent, but that's just sitting there. I played a lot of games on my Xbox One in the first couple of years that I had it. The first 3 years I had it, I mostly played on my Xbox One and my 3DS. Okay, my 3DS, of course. Smash Bros. And Tomodachi Life. And then my Xbox One was mostly Minecraft, Halo, Call of Duty, Rise. There was Assassin's Creed that was on there. I would download all the free games for the month and then play those usually, but now I'm really behind. And Fallout 4 came out, and Fallout 4 was just... I was gone. You couldn't see me. I was gone. Okay, I absolutely loved Fallout 4. It's one of my favorite games that I played on my Xbox One, and it was just... I spent countless hours in that game, okay? Too many hours. You did not see me, okay? I was gone. I was gone. And then in 2015, something happened. In 2015, I was gifted my glorious PC that I still use today. Okay, so it's pretty outdated now, but at the time it was amazing. And from 2015 on, everything just fell apart, okay? I became who I am today. Okay, I fell in love with the PC very quickly just because of the amount of games that are on it, and how I went from a laptop, a really crappy laptop, and a really crappy desktop that wasn't really mine but was my family's, to what I have today. Okay, it glows blue. It's an iBuyPower. We bought the power. I fell in love with the giant library. I quickly filled up my Steam library. I was able to finally play games that I had on PC. I was able to finally play them through, like Skyrim. I had that on PC. I talked about it in the Gaming Childhood one. That was one of my first M-rated games. I was finally able to play through Skyrim, and that was great. Okay, I bought so many games: Prison Architect, Civilization, Overwatch. I got so much more into World of Warcraft, especially around World of Warcraft Legion time. that's when I went full blown into World of Warcraft, and you cannot stop me. Okay, I played a little bit in Warlords, but when Legion came out, it was a nonstop train to no life. So it sort of waned a little bit. Okay, the train stopped a little bit during Battle for Azeroth, but I think it's gonna go back into that full blown train towards the no life in Shadowlands. But I played a lot of Legion. GTA 5, I had that on Xbox 360, and then I bought it on PC, and that was a lot of GTA 5. Arma, mostly with one of my friends. Men of War, Planetary Annihilation, Supreme Commander. There was just, the library was huge. Okay, Star Citizen, I recently got that. That was like 19. Am I 19? So that counts. It was just, there was a lot. All Steam, Origin, Epic. Yeah, Epic's new. I'm sorry. I downloaded Epic. Uplay, GOG, Xbox, Game Pass. There's a lot of things that I downloaded, and it was full send into the PC gaming sphere. I still have my Xbox One, but I mostly touched my PC after that. PC all the way. I mean, I still play my Xbox One, but I mostly play on my PC because it's easier to just sit at my desk, and I can get right up from that bed and come sit here. Back at home, I had to get up from my bed and walk all the way downstairs to the basement, so that was not fun. But I had to. It was PC. There's a giant library. Minecraft, I played a lot of that on PC. There was a lot of games that I just spent countless hours on, and I was open up to a whole new sphere, to a whole new library of games when I got that PC, and that was glorious. And then in 2016, on Black Friday, I decided to pick up a PlayStation 4 to play with my cousins because I wanted some exclusives, and I wanted to play with my cousins, and I didn't have a PlayStation 4, so that suddenly I had every single console of the generation so far, and I hadn't been on that at that point yet because Xbox 360, I did not have the PS3. So now I was fully loaded, PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One. And with it, I got Battlefront, Uncharted 4, and there was another one that I just didn't care about. But I know I got Battlefront and Uncharted 4 with it. And then I played those. I really don't have many games for my PS4. I also picked up Horizon Zero Dawn. I absolutely loved that game. Okay, I played through it. It was great. I really want a sequel. Please give me a sequel. And then No Man's Sky, I bought it around the week that it was new, like the week that it came out. Okay, I'm one of the original buyers of it, and I enjoyed it then, and I'm even more enjoy it now, but I have to get back into it. My PlayStation 4 is one of my least touched consoles. It just sits there. It's got barely any games. Recently I picked up Death Stranding, but that doesn't count in the teenage years. But my PlayStation 4 I picked up mostly to play with cousins, and I didn't really play with my cousins very often on it, so it sort of just collected dust. But it was cheap, so I bought it in 2016, and then I had all the consoles. And then in 2017, the Nintendo Switch released, and I bought that day one. Well, week one, okay? I ordered it from GameStop. They were all out. They were completely out. I bought this bundle from GameStop that came with Lego City Undercover, Legend of Zelda, and Has Been Heroes. I haven't touched Has Been Heroes. I touched a little bit of Lego City Undercover, and then I played some Legend of Zelda, and I haven't been able to get fully into the Breath of the Wild. It might just be not my style of game, but I played that, and then I bought Mario Kart 8 also, because Mario Kart 8. And then my Switch sort of just sat there for a little while. Okay, I touched those games a little bit. Okay, I would bring it to school once in a while to play some Mario Kart 8 with some buddies, but it just sort of sat there until more recently, around 19, it sort of exploded, and I got a bunch more games for it. So I wanted all the consoles, and the Switch was cool to me, but I didn't fully get into it until recently. I did pick up some other games, like I picked up Splatoon 2 around the time that Splatoon 2 came out for it. I picked up Super Mario Odyssey when that came out, and I played through that. But I did not go fully into the Switch until more recently, when the Switch is my favorite console now. But I had to get it day one. Well, week one, I had to order from GameStop, and then I had to wait a long time, and that was a stressful time. Okay, I remember when I figured out if I was going to buy it or not, it was at Mall of America. My dad was sitting in the food court area, and I was at GameStop. I walked into GameStop and I was like, hey, do you got any switches? Any of those switches by chance? And they were like, yeah, we got this bundle. It comes with Lego City Undercover, Legend of Zelda, and Has Been Heroes. It's like $400, $500. So, and then I was like, give me 1 second. And then I ran to the food court, and then I was like, hey, Dad, they got this bundle. And he was like, son, you do what you want to do, but how much is it? And I was like $400, $500. And he's like, if you want it, you go for it. You take it and you buy it. And I was like, all right, Dad. And then I sat there for a little bit, and I was like, do I want to buy it? Do I not want to buy it? And then I was like, I'm going to go buy it. So then I went and bought it and ordered it, and then GameStop sent it to me in like a week. But that was great. And then also around this time, Nintendo was releasing mobile games. Most notable is Miitomo. Okay, me and one of my buddies, we got so into Miitomo. Miitomo was like a social networking app, but for me's on the iPhone. And we just we got into it, but maybe not for the reasons they wanted us to be into it. Okay, we were making like propaganda posters with me's and stuff. It was a thing. But I'm wondering if I can find some. I mean, Miitomo was shut down, but we really enjoyed it. And then throughout my high school career, every single Friday, one of my best buddies would come home to my house. He would grab his little crappy laptop he had at the time. Okay, it lagged a lot. I had my PC. So this started in like 2015, 2016. I had my giant PC. He had his crappy little laptop. I mean, it was fine. It worked, but it was laggy. He has a PC now. But he would come over. We would eat pizza or ramen, whichever we felt like today. We would either make DiGiorno's, order some Papa John's, or I'd make some ramen. And then he would play games on his laptop, sitting on the couch, and then I would play on my PC. Sometimes he would play on my PC and I'd play on my console. You know, sometimes we would play games together, usually like Arma or Man of War. It was Arma 2 Operation Arrowhead at the time, and then Men of War Assault Squad 2. We would play those a little bit. Or Supreme Commander, or Command and Conquer. We picked up those once. Or we would play something on console once in a while. Or we would just go play our own things. Okay, I would play something on PC. He'd play something on his laptop. And then we'd talk to each other and narrate and stuff. Or I'd be on my console. He'd be on my PC. And then we'd narrate and stuff. He got me a lot of hours in some games that I never have touched. And then we would, stay up all night. Almost all night. Until we heard the pitter-patter of my mom's feet in like 5 a.m. when it was time for her to go for her morning jog. And then we'd be like, oh shit, bedtime. And then we would pretend like we were sleeping for that entire time. It would happen like every single Friday. We would go to bed to a random Family Guy episode. Okay, we would name a season number and then an episode number, and that's what we would watch. We would watch maybe 2, 3, but we would usually fall asleep during them. So that was every single Friday of my gaming teen. So my gaming teen years they weren't as fluid. There weren't as many console switches. Okay, I picked up every single console of the generation. Xbox One, I played a lot of that when I had it, but then I got my PC, and it opened me up to a whole new library and world of gaming that I just was locked down to me because of my crappy PC, my old crappy desktop and my old crappy laptop. I was just locked away from this gaming PC network. I'm slowly getting more locked out as my computer gets more and more outdated. I'm not being able to run certain games anymore. So I have to upgrade that. But it was just this whole new sphere. And then I picked up a PlayStation 4 on Black Friday because it was cheap to play with cousins. But I really didn't touch it much, okay? I bought it for the exclusives and to play with cousins. But I got a couple exclusives and I played through a couple of those. And then I really didn't play with my cousins. So I really didn't touch it yet that much. I played Tomodachi Life and Smash Bros. On my 3DS throughout this entire time in study hall and in the back of class. And it was great. That's literally the only use I got on my 3DS. Okay, and Animal Crossing, but that was more of a sit at home and play Animal Crossing kind of thing when I didn't have anything else to do. And then I picked up the Nintendo Switch about a week into its release from GameStop, and I went full into it recently, but I played a lot of games on it before that, and I would bring it to school, and it was good. And then I would play a lot of Miitomo too on my phone. But that was pretty much my teenage years of gaming. Okay. It's, not as interesting as my childhood years maybe, but that's because my childhood years involves a lot of classic games too. My gaming teenage years really didn't. I mean, I started collecting a little bit of old consoles around this time. Okay, I picked up a Nintendo Entertainment System without any cords. I picked up a Sega Genesis. Two Sega Genesises, different models. I picked up a GameCube, a PlayStation 1, and I believe yeah. So I picked up all those and picked up a bunch of games. I got a lot of games for my Sega Genesis, okay? But I started collecting old video game consoles. I've sort of stalled on that a little bit. My money has gone to Funko Pops instead. I need to get back into collecting old game consoles, but I collected those and they just sort of sit in a drawer in a cabinet. But, you know, I am going to touch them. I've touched them before, you know. I played a little bit of Sega Genesis, but I need to spend my money on better things besides Funko Pops and game consoles. But yeah, that was my gaming teenage years. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it was interesting to you. If it wasn't, you can yell at me. If you like these personal videos, let me know. I'll make some more. Okay, I have the gaming childhood, the gaming teens, my favorite franchises. I'm gonna get into my favorite. Oh, and my favorite games. I think I did. I'm gonna get into my favorite movies, my favorite TV shows, just so you can know a little bit more about me, about the guy who sits at the camera and talks to you guys. To like the 5 of you who watch. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you did, as always, please remember to drop a like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, all that jazz, all that fun stuff us YouTubers tell you guys to do. Follow me on social media, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I open most on Twitter, sometimes on Facebook, barely ever on Instagram. Follow me on all those places. Subscribe to me here. Tell your friends. Share this on all your social medias, Share this with your grandma on Facebook. I don't care. I don't care who you share this with, but just share it with somebody, okay? And yeah, I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you in the next